Episode 9 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 is where everything starts to collide. Up until now, the season has been building separate threads: Monarch versus Apex, Cate's connection to Co-Cai, Lee's time loop situation, and Kentaro's emotional spiral. Here, all of those threads move toward the same place, Skull Island, and the episode uses that convergence to explore control, grief, and the danger of trying to fix the past. The episode opens with a chain reaction. Co-Cai is chasing her stolen egg, Godzilla is following Co-Cai, and Monarch is following both of them. This layered pursuit immediately shows the theme of cause and effect. Every action leads to another, and no one is fully in control of what comes next. The reveal that Apex isn't officially behind the egg theft is important. It shifts the conflict from a clear Monarch versus Apex situation to something more unstable. Isabel is operating outside of both systems, which makes her more dangerous. She doesn't answer to anyone, and that means her decisions are driven by personal motives rather than rules or limits. Lee's reaction to the situation is also telling. He initially hopes that Godzilla will simply kill Co-Cai, which shows a more practical, almost cold mindset. However, Keiko pushes back on this idea by reframing Godzilla not as a destroyer, but as a force of balance. This contrast highlights one of the episode's core ideas. Humans tend to think in terms of control or elimination, while Titans operate on a natural order that humans don't fully understand. Inside Isabel's group, the tension becomes more personal. Cate is the only one clearly thinking about the consequences, while Kentaro is emotionally compromised. Cate quickly realizes that the egg is being used as bait. This is a key moment because it shows how people reduce something living into a tool. The egg isn't seen as life, but as leverage. That ties into the broader theme of exploitation, which has been present throughout the season. Kentaro's role here is more complicated. He doesn't fully explain Isabel's plan, which shows that he either doesn't understand it himself or doesn't want to admit the truth. Cate begins to suspect that his real goal is to bring Hiroshi back, and this is where his character becomes clearer. His actions aren't driven by logic or even revenge anymore. They're driven by grief. Isabel's plan to use Axis Mundi as a kind of escape or time shelter reveals a different kind of motivation. She isn't trying to fix the world. She's trying to avoid it. This is important because it contrasts with Kentaro's goal. Kentaro wants to change the past, while Isabel wants to escape the present. Both are forms of denial. When Monarch arrives on Skull Island, the tone shifts into survival. The decision to travel on foot instead of using a helicopter may seem practical at first, but it also serves a deeper purpose. It forces the characters into the environment, reminding us that this island isn't just a setting. It's a living, dangerous place. The Titan attack reinforces this idea. The creature that attacks them isn't introduced as a major villain, but it still causes damage and chaos. This shows that danger in this world is constant and unpredictable. It's not limited to the main Titans. Tim saving May is a small but meaningful moment. Earlier in the season, Tim was often out of his depth in the field. Here, he proves that he can act when it matters. The scenes with Keiko and Lee are slower, but they carry emotional weight. The flashbacks tied to Bill's journal aren't just exposition. They're about memory and regret. The 1958 and 1959 moments show how the past decisions of these characters continue to shape the present. Bill's refusal to leave without Keiko becomes a defining trait. It shows loyalty, but also obsession. He isn't just trying to move forward. He's trying to undo a mistake. This connects directly to Kentaro in the present. The episode creates a parallel between Bill and Kentaro. Both are willing to risk everything to fix something they lost. The difference is that Bill's actions were driven by love and guilt, while Kentaro's actions are becoming more reckless and self-centered. The discovery of Bill's messages in the capsules is one of the most important symbolic moments in the episode. These messages represent hope that was never received. They show that even when people try to reach each other, time and circumstance can prevent that connection. For Keiko, reading those messages gives her closure. She finally understands that Bill never stopped caring or searching for her. This allows her to move forward, which contrasts with Kentaro, who is still stuck in the past. As Isabel prepares to use the neural link on Co-Cai, her true intentions become clearer. She's not just experimenting. She's trying to dominate. Her plan to kill Kong shows how far she's willing to go. Kong isn't a threat in that moment, but she sees him as an obstacle. This reflects a mindset where anything that can't be controlled must be destroyed. Removing the tracker from Co-Cai is also symbolic. It represents cutting off visibility and accountability. Monarch is now blind, which mirrors how humans often lose control when they rely too much on technology or data. At the same time, Cate manages to send a message to Monarch, showing that human connection can still overcome technological limits. This reinforces a recurring idea in the show: communication, not control, is the key to understanding Titans. The final interaction between Cate and Kentaro is the emotional core of the episode. Cate tries to convince him to let Co-Cai take her egg and leave peacefully. Her approach is based on understanding and empathy. Kentaro, however, reveals his true goal. He wants to use Axis Mundi to bring Hiroshi back. This is the moment where his character fully shifts. He's no longer just grieving. He's willing to break reality itself to undo that loss. This raises the biggest thematic question of the episode. Should the past be changed? The show clearly leans toward no. Keiko and Lee returned from Axis Mundi without breaking the timeline because they didn't try to change what had already happened. Kentaro, on the other hand, wants to rewrite an event that has already been completed. That difference is crucial. Episode 9 sets up the final conflict by putting every character in a position where they have to choose between control and acceptance. Cate is choosing to understand Co-Cai. Keiko is choosing to let go of the past. Lee is trying to maintain balance. Isabel is trying to control everything, and Kentaro is trying to undo reality itself. The episode makes it clear that not all of these choices can succeed at the same time. Something has to break, either the characters, the Titans, or the timeline itself. And based on where things are heading, it might be all three. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.